name's Riley. I'm a researcher in health and performance of female esports athletes. To me, International Women's Day is this day where we've got a platform to really celebrate the women that have been trailblazing efforts in gender equity, gender representation in gaming and esports. But even with that progress, we need to remind ourselves that there's still work to be done. We need supporters for that work. And International Women's Day is to really reinforce the fact that, you know, when women are involved in leadership, in decision making, in professional competition, the diversity and the performance that we bring to these things only ever serves to enhance outcomes. It ignites excitement, and we always get brilliant success when we bring that diversity in, and that's across all fields in gaming and esports.
International Women's Day has allowed me the opportunity to highlight my skills and perseverance through an industry that is predominantly male orientated. I'm so proud to work around women from different cultures and backgrounds.
International Women's Day for me is about getting the chance to recognise the really wonderful women in our industry that often get overlooked. It's about being able to uplift each other, and every year we can use it as a chance to just look back and see how much inclusion has developed since the last. There's so much more to be done by just respecting and valuing the lovely ladies that are around us and recognising all of the hard work that they've put in this year.
Happy International Women's Day. To me, International Women's Day is a really important day to remember what all the women in my life have done for me and for other people, and really take time to respect their abilities and their extreme talents. From my mum all the way to my best friends, all of them have had a massive impact on my life. And it's a really good time to just sit back and think about not just, you know, the powerful, inspirational women that you see in the media, but the ones in your own lives too.
International Women's Day means a lot more to me than just celebrating a day, celebrating a month, or celebrating a specific group of people. It's really about being able to provide opportunities for people to be showcased and spotlighted in ways that they would never have been before, and aim to ensure that we can get this from just one day to even further and even wider than that. Esports is for all. Esports is for everyone, regardless of your background or your identity. Everyone should be given the same amazing opportunities, and this International Women's Day is another celebration of all these incredible people here at the College of Esports and beyond.
What's going on, guys? My name is Kevin, also known as Plugger, and I'm joined by
Rain.
And today we have something very special for you for International Women's Day. And we are here to introduce to you the Inspire Inclusion Showmatch. In celebration of female and non-binary talent in esports. So today we have two incredible teams going head to head in a showmatch in Valorant. Again, to celebrate their talent and to just prove that esports is for everyone. So yeah.
Yeah, so today we are going to be having a best of 3 Valorant match with the College of Esports team Juno versus a multi-university team, the Froglodytes.
Yeah, with that being said, it's obviously a best of 3 standard competitive format, with this time London Legion Juno picking the first map as it is our home match. So yeah, without further ado.
I mean, I don't know if they're ready yet, but if they're not, we can talk a bit about International Women's Day.
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously, I feel like this is a very important day.
Yeah, of course.
Just for not just women, but people who identify as women, of course.
Yeah.
And it's important to realize that in history, we don't really see in history books and so on a lot of female achievements, and that's quite a shame, to be honest. So that's why I feel like International Women's Day is a very important opportunity for just everyone to take a second and realize that, as the saying goes, behind every great man is an even greater woman. So, or individual, if you will.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's true as well. Most men do have an even better woman behind them. And luckily, we have Mother's Day coming up this weekend.
So it was 10th of March for any of you who forgot Mother's Day.
Well, it's a good time to have International Women's Day with that right around the corner as well. You get to celebrate your mother twice.
Of course. And yeah. So in terms of Valorant now, obviously, because we're here for the show match, have you played much Valorant?
I've not played a lot, realistically, in the past. I've played a few matches, but not many.
Yeah, okay. I myself have played quite a lot of Valorant. My peak is Gold 2, so call me the best. Better than
Why?
10,
I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah, a lot of people do think that, but I only bought a PC last year, so I mean, that's an achievement of my own.
Yeah, well done for owning a PC. Congratulations.
But yeah, in regards to map selection, it seems like London Legion Juno has picked Haven, which is an interesting choice, as it is not in the competitive map pool currently, because they've changed Icebox and Lotus, from what I remember, of course, for the new competitive season. So let's hope that we see Haven reworked and coming back soon, as it is one of my favourite maps, other than Ascent. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see. And of course, because London Legion Juno have chosen the map, Froglodytes will, of course, choose the side, and they've chosen defense. So they'll be defending first on Haven. Now, Haven is quite a big map. There's 3 different sites. There's A, B, and C. So there's quite a lot of avenue to go down, a lot of gameplay a lot of gameplay options, rather, that we can expect to see. So, yeah. Coming in shortly into the match, in just in a little minute,
Yeah.
soon, in a few seconds. I just wanted to ask, Rain,
Yes.
if you had to guess, who do you think would win?
As much as I do like London Legion, I like Froglodytes because of the name.
Yeah,
They're my winners today, I hope.
of course. Well, I mean, obviously, great name choice.
It's a great
Froglodytes.
name choice.
It's quite smooth, rolls off the tongue. And here we are in Agent Select. And as someone, of course, who is part of London Legion, I must represent our home team. So I want to say London Legion Juno will,
Yeah, you can root for them and I'll root for the people with the cute frog as the logo. That'll work.
Yeah. So we can see a lot of different choices here. So on the London Legion Juno side, we only have one duelist, which will be out, as you can see, picking Reyna, which is an interesting choice. And we have only one initiator as well, being Sova. And the rest are, well, I say the rest. We have Viper as well and Astra for smokes, which is very interesting as a controller. And we also have a Cypher as a sentinel. Cypher recently got buffed, actually. His tripwires stun and reveal a lot sooner. And yeah, it's very interesting to see they've gone quite smoke heavy for their comp for this map. Whereas on the Froglodytes team, you can see we have a bit more variety. We have Jet as a duelist, who recently got nerfed, actually, who only has now 1 updraft, which is interesting. They have Killjoy, a very strong sentinel. Sova again, we have 2 Sovas. This is going to be a great duel to see who has the best lineups, of course. And to be different than the London Legion Juno team, they have Breach, another initiator. Quite an annoying one to face. So that'll be interesting to see how they use Breach's kit to disrupt London Legion Juno. And of course we have Omen, quite a lovely agent, if I don't say so myself as someone who plays Omen here and there, who can TP and smoke. So this is going to be very interesting. So London Legion Juno clearly have more controllers and more obscuring abilities, whereas the Froglodytes here have more abilities catered to disrupting the enemy team.
Well, they want to disrupt and stop them getting off the point to begin with.
Yeah.
And then hopefully take them out before they even
It
get
is
near
quite
it.
interesting to see. Myself, I would pick Fade because I'm a Fade main. I love
just
Fade.
bias, though.
Of course. I know a lot of great lineups on Haven, which is why I'm excited to see it return in the new competitive season if it does. Especially if it's reworked, to see if my lineups still work.
Oh, they might take out some of your favourite ones if they do rework it.
Of course, and that's the fear. But I mean, hey, the player has to adapt to the changes of the game. And now we're straight in there, into the pistol round. Obviously, here we have the... Now here we have London Legion Juno on the attacking side, spinning their knives around, inspecting their skins, ready and raring to go. Look at them jumping around. It seems they're going to favour the A side more. Oh, even with the pings from Sova saying, right here. As you can see there, they're going heavily towards the A side.
Yeah, it might be a hard push onto A.
It seems like it will go in that direction. You can see the Froglodytes here. Their defense is quite spread out, with them more heavily located on C.
Yeah.
Which might prove to be a problem if London Legion Juno push quite fast and hard here.
C roaming around B, really.
Breach is stun coming through just to prevent that push, which is a great start from the Froglodytes, preventing London Legion Juno from getting any space. They go down A main, A long. Just to be met by Sova, the wall coming in, just to block half the site off, so that if they do enter, it'll be harder for the Froglodytes to retake the site. We have Sova here looking on the site. I don't think it's... Yeah, the blind through the blind is Sova. First kill going to London Legion Juno.
They swiftly get taken out, but another kill for them, trading.
Spike down.
We had Jet
A.
and Sewers just to shoot them in the back of the head, just to prevent them from just layering all of their shots into CT. Elkoid here in a very sticky situation, in a very peculiar location, if you will, with the London Legion Juno team in sewers, having to creep up to try and get the spike, so they can't rotate yet. And Froglodytes here, ready and waiting for that Sova dart, and also for them to push the spike, watching it quite harshly. Omen smokes coming through. You can see how it would be useful for a controller here. And London Legion Juno collapsed, leading the first round to go to the Froglodytes. Very well played by them. This means that they're going to have better econ this round, which means they can buy better guns, and this might lead to a very harsh start for London Legion Juno. Very well played, though, by both teams. Again, with the addition of Breach onto the Froglodytes to prevent London Legion Juno's push, very disruptive, which is quite nice to see.
Interesting to see what guns are being picked as well.
Yeah, you can see here that London Legion Juno are forced to save, and they all have classics, apart from one Ghost, which makes a relatively negligible difference in terms of econ. But of course, now that the Froglodytes have better weapons, it's going to be a lot harder for London Legion Juno to fight against them and perhaps win this round. We see a lot of arrows come through onto the C site, but no one spotted yet, I don't think. We have people watching the flank as well.
Yeah,
a nice cheeky pick that we almost missed by the Froglodytes from the A side, sniped into their spawn. It's crazy to see. A nice early pick. The blind coming through from their Omen. Everyone collapses.
Oh, wow.
With the purple muffin left alone with the spike in front of them. Blinded as well by Breach. We can see that Breach was a very interesting and worthy choice for the Froglodytes. A flawless round for them, in fact.
The Froglodytes will get a bonus round now, where they don't really have to buy anything.
Exactly. Now that they can just keep their guns and all the money as well. So the victor goes to the spoils.
Yeah.
Very well played by the Froglodytes, of course, with the smokes coming through, the blinds coming through, all of the util used, not all at once, but they're used very judiciously, if you want to use that.
Yeah.
Very well selected choices.
It was very selective smokes as well for when they went down.
And it was a very brave decision from the Froglodytes for their Jets to come up through A side to snipe into their spawn and get a cheeky pick onto C. Oh my goodness, another snipe coming through, leaving it in a 4v5 situation for London Legion Juno. Again, the defense is very spread across the map, which is very great for info. That means they can say and locate wherever London Legion Juno try to go. They seem to be wrapping around to
peeking around to spawn as well.
Owls with a lot of shots, but eventually taking down Omen. It seems they wrap around to C. And with that kill confirmed, they get more space to push up. Will this be a successful push? Let's find out. We have just a little Sova drone coming in from LP. Just to have a little peruse of the site. There's blind coming in from Garage. Another Sova dart trying to locate. And it wasn't destroyed or shot. Giving Froglodytes a bit more info about the London Legion Juno push onto C. They know that there's 2 or 3 in Garage. Elkoid taking out Elixir over here from the Froglodytes team, leaving it to be a 3v3 situation, evening out the numbers. And was very, very unfortunate positioning.
2v2 now.
Last player
right there. And the Killjoy coming through, getting 2 picks, leaving in Cryologic in a 1v2 situation with the spike down. So this might leave them in a very peculiar situation where they have to peek to get them off the spike, otherwise they defuse. But with 2 people watching that, that's a hard angle to fight against. Well done to the Froglodytes for playing that quite well. Coming into the 3rd round now. After they've bought now, as you can see here, actually, we have a nice little replay of this final round. You see that they had to fight against 2 different people, both stood up, aiming at them with quite strong weapons, as you can see there, leaving the Froglodytes to win that round. Very well played by them. And again, they're quite spread defense. Seems to be proving quite effective to have info and to account for anywhere that London Legion Juno might go, getting a pick or two, which is really important in this game, actually.
They also
Lives
all
get you
move
wins.
very quickly to the point when they realise where Juno is going.
Yeah, their rotations are quite unanimous and decisive, which is what we love to see. Now, London Legion Juno, they've tried A, they've tried C, now they're going for B. They've got their Jet on the flank with their ult, ready and waiting. A knife to the head for one of the London Legion Juno members, leaving the situation to be a 4v5 in favour of the Froglodytes. You can see here, but their Jet returns to the A site, and they're waiting on flank for nothing, it seems.
Yeah, Juno seem to be going all in on pushing B.
We have a Nut, aka their Breach, ready and waiting for B main and Courtyard. But it seems they're going to push for the Garage. A very cheeky push up there to get a cheeky pick, but to only get traded by the Purple Muffin, the Viper of London Legion Juno. As you can see on the mini-map in the top left, that London Legion Juno favour more going through Garage than pushing B head-on, which I think is quite a wise decision, as if they pushed
30
the
seconds
Courtyard
left.
and Grass, so the call-out is, then they'd be left quite open, and they would have no cover to really play around. It seems that they, the Froglodytes kind of assumed that they might have rotated to C, but it was just a slow push onto B, with them entering and almost ignoring Amaz, aka their Killjoy, and almost getting picked off. But luckily, for London Legion Juno, they get the spike down.
Enemy remaining.
Unfortunately surrounded. And of course,
player
Sakura over
standing.
here. Oh my goodness, actually. With their ult, missing the knives, getting traded by Cypher. Good chips here. Oh my goodness, ready and waiting for their Cypher. And gets the trade, securing the round for the Froglodytes. That was an insane whiff we just saw from Sakura right there with their ult. They might have gotten a nice pick off spawn by pushing up through A, but I guess that overconfidence does get punished.
It does eventually.
Interesting to see, of course. But that was a nice slow push onto the B side. It got them the spike down. It got them a bit more pressure. And you did see there that after spectating the Froglodytes, we saw them rotating to C. They guessed wrong. They made a good... they tried to read the game and assumed that Legion Juno would rotate to C, but they were wrong. So that kind of switching up the tactics and playing a bit slower does definitely help in these games. And the dart coming in doesn't seem to scan anyone. The blinds coming in from Owls. And the ult coming in from their Astra to lock off half the site. But unfortunately, Owls gets picked off, as well as their Astra. As you can see, they're all pushed and crammed into that little cubby hole down C long, which is not looking good for London Legion Juno. It is currently a 3v5 situation for the Froglodytes, which is again very good for them numbers-wise. Lives get you wins, so the saying goes for Valorant. They're watching Garage, they're watching C like a hawk, not letting anyone move. It's an airtight seal on the C site, which could lead London Legion Juno to rotate. However, they don't have the spike, which is in C long, which means they would need to try and fight down C long for the spike.
We do see Cryo trying to flank around, however.
But with that being said, there's a lot of pressure on London Legion Juno at the moment because they're running out of time. All lurking into Garage. And the pick from the Crypto, the Cypher, also the ultimate to reveal the whole of the Froglodytes team to London Legion Juno. This could perhaps lead to, oh my goodness, sprayed through the smoke with a classic. We did see some stray bullets flying, hitting both teams there, but now we're in a 1v3 situation with 4 seconds left. There's not much that Elkoid could do. But they do get a pick. Unfortunately in vain, as the 5th round goes to the Froglodytes. Very well played by them. You can definitely see that the choice of attacking or defending matters.
It does.
So with that, you can see that the Froglodytes have a very solid defense on Haven. Again, one of the more favored maps in the map pool in general in Val. And I would argue Haven and Ascent are the two only good maps on this game. But
do you think we'll see Ascent today?
Ooh, I hope we do,
gonna be
because
fun.
Sova's quite strong on Ascent and Killjoy's quite strong on Ascent. So as you can see with the Froglodytes, if they already have a player or two who plays Killjoy and Sova, then it could lead
Placing swarm
to
grenade. Targets destroyed. Swarm
some great
grenade
gameplay
out.
for them. Something I've kind of noticed actually about London Legion Juno, I'm not seeing much smokes come through, despite playing two controllers and the one Sentinel Cypher, who also has cages to block lines of sight, which is interesting. I suppose it wouldn't be too necessary to throw out smokes and blinds for the attackers, but we see a lovely good pick here from Ethia.
They might be
Another good
planning-
2 picks in Garage.
Wow.
Very, very well played. Giving London Legion Juno the favor.
Yeah.
Perhaps we might see a comeback soon. We see the smokes coming through, as you can see. Ironically, as I've mentioned it. And now they have all the space on the C side.
One player standing.
And London Legion Juno now in a 1v4 situation
planted.
in their favor. With all of the space on the C site, leaving Chips, the Froglodyte Omen, nowhere to go to. Somehow not getting spotted by that recon dart and peeking out, but unfortunately met with 2 Vandals pointed right at them. The first round secured for London Legion Juno. Very, very well played, especially by Ethia there.
It was a very good push for them.
It was very, very good. Obviously, they started using their util a lot more, which is something I was being quite critical about. But you can see that the more you use your util, the easier it will be to win. And that's something I think is very, very important in Valorant.
Yeah. Util will make or break a game in Valorant.
Yeah, it's like having that kind of understanding of a character will definitely make the game more fluid for both yourself and your team.
Yeah.
If you could.
And if they can use their smokes to block a corner so that they can get around into a better position for picks.
Get more space, there you go, yeah. But we see a very, very aggressive push from the Froglodytes coming straight up through A main.
Spike down, attack.
Yeah.
Spec 9 in their spawn. We can see it's now a 5v3 situation for the Froglodytes. Getting some very aggressive picks right there.
It is a very aggressive push for the defense.
A very reckless play, but it works out in their favor. We can see that Elhuid's creeping back up from a garage to grass to try and get the spike, hopefully.
Yeah,
Without
luckily
much
they managed to
info,
stop Spike.
unfortunately. They do have their recon dart, however, and could hate
player
the enemy team.
standing.
Unfortunately, not securing the kill on the jet that was in their spawn.
No, it's now 1v5 in favor of the Froglodytes.
Cryo over here in a 1v5 situation, cramped into a corner on C. But the Froglodytes know what they're doing. They're playing very patiently, just watching the spike, knowing that that's kind of like a choke point for London Legion Juno, having the spike down, putting all of the pressure on Cryo as they only have 30 seconds remaining. Of course, in a 1v5 situation, it was very, very adverse to Cryo, unfortunately. But that secures the round for the Froglodytes in a thrifty round.
It was a very interesting and aggressive push to see.
Yeah, it's quite it is definitely very reckless to just all push up A main, but it went unpunished. So.
Managing to get their spike trapped in spawn really put them on the
it
back
definitely
foot.
Yeah, it definitely left Cryo in a chokehold. And with that, you can kind of see that every game's a mental game. You know? They kind of read that London Legion Juno would be a bit more spread out, and they would try different avenues for the push here. But now they're very conscious. London Legion Juno are very conscious of A main.
Yeah.
They crack down in quite a lot. Smoke's coming through so that they can get some more space. Now they're coming down to the A main. Ready and waiting are 3 of the Froglodyte members on the A site. Owl's ulting to get in. Stopped only by that breach concussion right there. Owl's is actually invisible when she's in that state, for those of you who don't know. When she's in her ultimate and she dismisses, then she's invisible, but she's tracked perfectly by Amaz, who reads her like a book and catches her in what is known as hell, as the call out. Ethia getting a cheeky pick on their Omen chips in heaven. Cryologic unaware of the jet waiting in the corner, but traded out by Elky. Very well done.
Traded out for a nice win.
That was quite humorous, seeing that they were blissfully unaware of
what went on.
Well, you can see here that I was obviously caught in hell there, even after her ult, the cheeky pick coming through. But it was right here where Cryo comes up onto the site and doesn't check her corners. or their corners rather, and gets picked off and traded just to leave London Legion Juno with the win.
The cheeky pick on Heaven was good though.
Look at the trigger discipline right there. Unfortunately, they couldn't track onto Sova, but hey, that was a very, very nice play right there that we just saw.
It was a very nice round.
But now, heading into round number 9, we're here on the
You are divided.
C push. You can see that they're going down C long. Another Astral. We seem to see this Astral quite frequently, especially on C. Perhaps they practiced this comp before. The blinds coming through just in case. Look at all of the smokes on the site. We have a Viper wall, we have an Astral wall, we have an Omen smoke. They get a cheeky pick in the smoke actually to get the spike down on C. Chip here lurking around on the site somewhere. Ooh, we have Sakura flying in with their ult.
One enemy remaining.
Getting one, but getting traded out immediately after. It's just trades upon trades for both teams. It's a 1v1 situation now. And AIM secures it for London Legion. For Froglodytes, rather. Pardon, but that's very well played by both teams. You can see that that was quite neck and neck. That was quite, yeah, there was even a cheeky 3K we saw right here.
Enemy remaining.
There's one, there's two from ours. And yeah, you can see very good choice to pick a duelist because they're winning their gunfights right there.
Yeah, it's a good pick, a duelist.
But yeah, Al's a very confident player with the blinds coming through, a lot of good picks. Very good gunplay as well. But yeah, that was quite a neck and neck tight round for both teams.
With a lot of trading.
With a lot of trading. We can see that London Legion Juno going for the C push once more, heavily pushing towards C. But of course, Froglodytes, they've seen this before. They're creeping up A main. We're checking their corners just in case that London Legion Juno would have caught on. But it seems as though they haven't. They're kind of getting surrounded on the map, as you can see, pushed and worked into C long. If they try and rotate now, they'll be met with Sova and Sakura, their jet. Unless Owls picks them off. There's one. She doesn't quite get the second kill, can't find the second. Unfortunately getting traded out with kills coming in on the site as well. We can see their breach throwing some shots down range. We've got the spike down on C, but picked up by Cryo.
It is now a 3v2 in favour of London Legion.
They're all crammed into C long though, so info-wise, Froglodytes have a lot more insight into where Legion Juno are. Can Sakura clutch? Unfortunately, they get traded out, leading the round to be secured by London Legion Juno. Very well played by them. Again, you can see how important numbers are in this game.
Yeah.
With the 3v2 situation leading to a 1v1, but because obviously Sakura was on quite low health after being battered by a bunch of shots from Owls from a bunch of different players here.
Yeah.
Both players quite low on health. Elkoid though, with the crispy headshot, so it would have been a one-shot either way. You can see Sakura here, ready and waiting. There's one.
One enemy remaining.
And here would have been the second, but Elkoid just there with a better crosshair placement, just to get that headshot right there. Okay, you can see London Legion are very pressed into their spawn. Not really favouring a site.
It was a push forward from the defense again, it looks like.
Flying down grass.
Last player standing.
And also A main, just to completely surround and engulf London Legion Juno. Owls here in a very unexpected location, ready and waiting to catch Nuts rather on the left, getting that cheeky pick, leaving the situation to be a 1v2. The spike is down, however, so the pressure is all on Owls.
Stealing sight.
There we go. The blinds coming through. Unfortunately, not blinding their Sova, leading the Froglodytes rather to secure another round against London Legion.
That was another aggressive push forward as well from them.
A very aggressive push, and you can see that Froglodytes are quite confident with their defending on Haven. Again, why the side choices matters so much.
Yeah.
For these matches, so you know, big up to the Froglodytes. They know what they're doing, and they've seen this kind of gameplay before. They're reading it very, very well. Even checking corners, just in case the London Legion Juno had read them.
And caught onto their tactics.
Just completely, they're wide open, they just know. Again, not with the concuss, just to prevent any pushes onto A. You can see they've practiced this before.
Yeah, these all appear to be practice comps.
So you can see that they're pushing more towards sewers, going towards A. Let's here, more favoring vertical out of sight. Soba with the crazy arrows, though, to weaken Owls, just to get the Froglodytes a cheeky pick already. Or 2, rather.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run coming through from London Legion Juno. Unfortunately, not really securing any picks for them. Sakura here with their ult, throwing knives down sewers to try and catch someone off guard. Unfortunately, not securing a kill. You can see there's very awkward situations here going on with Elkoid gunning someone.
Yeah,
with only a
cheeky
Spectre.
pick.
Obviously, with the losses, London Legion Juno, their economy can't be the best, right? So to see a Spectre is not uncommon, and it's quite incredible to see they actually got a pick against stronger weapons. But I mean, hey, again,
30 seconds left.
Female non-binary talent.
Yeah, at this
What can I
stage,
say?
any pick is useful for London Legion.
We see the arrows coming through. They've pushed more to B. The Froglodytes have already read that Juno are going to rotate, and they're ready and set up both on B and maybe even flexing towards C. Chips here and Amaz here getting the last few kills against London Legion Juno to secure them. Round number 9.
Switching sides.
Cool. And now, of course, we've mentioned how strong the Froglodytes defense are. Let's see how London Legion Juno fare on the defense side. This cheeky two-piece right here.
It will be interesting to see.
Almost a 3-piece to secure the round for the Froglodytes.
It'll be interesting to see with all the
round
smoke
up.
utils that London Legion picked at the start, if that comes in handy on defense now.
Yeah, I think they've picked their comp with defense in mind, because I feel like there's only so much you can do when you're attacking with smokes, and we saw on C that one time.
They used them well.
They used so many different smokes. They used a Viper Wall, they used an Astral Wall, both on top of each other though, however. So, were they really smoking off a lot of things with their util? Probably not, but...
Probably could have been used more wisely, but...
Yeah, a bit more judiciously.
It was nice to see them be used.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than having util and not using it. Oh my goodness, the location of Elkoid there spotted through the smokes on C site. Just to get them a bit of cheeky damage, wound them a little bit.
It's interesting to see that the Froglodytes have already started to rotate to A.
And you can see that London Legion Juno's defense is not as spread or as flexible as the Froglodytes. They just left the A site, so now they have to play retake here with the whole of the Froglodytes on site, ready and waiting to lock it down. London Legion Juno here, I reckon they should have spread out a bit more, and
They
perhaps
all were around C and B, yeah.
Yeah, they should have had eyes on A, because A, in my opinion, is one of the most common sites to push on Haven. And with that, of course, even if no one pushes A, it's good to have someone to just pull out the info.
In case somebody does
Unfortunately, the
flank
shots
around.
missing, Chips getting Owls, Cryo getting a nice 2 picks. Chips here killing LK to get the trade. They are heavily defending the spike with their life, just to catch Cryo, the last player in sewers. Very well played by the Froglodytes, locking that down with 3 players still alive. We did see a lot of shots miss, unfortunately, but that is because some of the guns in pistol round are quite inaccurate. And you can see here, it's a 5v5 situation, but that suddenly crumbles in a matter of seconds with the London Legion Juno falling and crumbling, collapsing, with 3 players picked off as they push onto the site. It's
leaving
not a great
only the
situation.
2 left.
Of course, and you can see Cryo on the flank, not much left to do other than to face 3 strong players. A very unfortunate situation that they are left in.
London Legion's defense seems a bit more spread out this match.
It seems that they are definitely learning. Owls here, creeping up A, perhaps to flank, to then maybe even imitate the Froglodytes. Oh, that's an interesting situation there. Their jet was, I think, AFK.
Potentially
AFK. But Owls here are ready to cook, but the oven hasn't been preheated. Owls getting picked off right there for the trade. Nuts running down A-Link, actually, or B-Link rather. Nuts getting picked off by Elkoid, which is very interesting, leaving Nuts to go to heaven, securing the A site for the Froglodytes. Again, a very empty A site at that.
They did start on A, but they quickly rotated away.
They're getting
Probably too
out-rotated.
soon.
I feel like they have made very decisive rotates, but perhaps too early. You can see here, Nut locking down Heaven. And they don't need to really worry about anything else because they have someone watching every angle. Chip taking out someone for Heaven. Amaz here, killing Cryo with the Outlaw, the new gun. Or so maybe not so much anymore, but yeah. Nut here, getting the last kill. As you can see again, Froglodytes in a very strong position, having that A in a chokehold.
Once they manage to get
alive
on the side, they can defend it like they did on defense.
Yeah, they're very strong defensive players. And as you can see here, as we go back into the replay, Nut here definitely watching the flank for Heaven, and you had Amaz here watching their flank for Froglodytes, right? So
yeah,
with that info and with this communication, they knew that they could watch the flank for Heaven. As we went to spectate Amaz, aka the Froglodytes Killjoy, I was like, oh, their backs of Breach and Chip were just exposed in Heaven, ready and waiting to receive some shots. But as you saw there, because Amaz was locking down A long, yeah, that wasn't the case.
This is already a very tight round.
This is a very aggressive round. Everyone pushing into Garage. The defense here is very centered though, and you see that it's still like a 3v3 situation, but the C site left wide open for the Froglodytes to take all this space uncontested, leading them to plant quite securely onto the C site. Now all they have to do is again lock it down and defend, which we already know they're quite good at. The Sova arrows coming through just to prevent anyone from pushing from CT or doing a bit of cheeky damage. Cryo is getting out unscathed, getting that pick on Amaz as well, leaving the Froglodytes in a 3v1 situation, giving them a taste of their own medicine. London Legion Juno secure the round, sharing the defuse as well, just to have that kind of pride and chemistry in the team.
Yeah.
As you can see here, again, that round was quite quick, so into the replay here,
Very quick round.
the Sova arrows actually missed.
One enemy remaining.
Cryo here, uncontested, walking onto the side.
They managed to get 2
killing
picks
Amaz.
and then quickly a third.
And then Owls with the 3-man as well for that whole round. Definitely doing their job as a duelist, securing those kills for London Legion Juno, for their team. As you can see here, if we actually look at the map, the Froglodytes don't really pick a site. They just kind of hover around and go where the wind takes them. But they all are committed with each other to push a site. The thing is, we mentioned this earlier, that they're different comps, right? Yeah. The Froglodytes had Nuts, who's playing Breach, who could prevent London Legion Juno from pushing onto A so quick, down A main, using their concussion. But because London Legion Juno don't have anything similar to mimic that or imitate that, it's very hard for London Legion Juno to prevent Froglodytes from pushing onto the A site. As you can see here, a bunch of trades coming through for all the Froglodytes, leaving them in a 4v2 situation. Last player standing, Ether. Can they clutch this 1v4 situation? I know that if they do, I'm going to lose my mind. They're in a very, very sticky situation here. With just a Sheriff as well, again, the economy for London Legion Juno cannot be good after losing and unfortunately not securing these consecutive rounds. We do a bit of cheeky damage, but they all know where Ethia is. They're ready to collapse on her. The concuss coming through and getting headshot by a Nut. That can't be good for their morale.
No.
That concussion there was everything for that kill because with Ethia having only a Sheriff, its fire rate is quite slow. And being concussed, your fire rate is even slower. Your screen's a bit warped. And it's just harder to aim in general. And with that, if they miss their first shot, then it's basically over for them.
Yeah, the economy for London Legion won't be good. Having only won 4 matches total.
4 rounds, yeah.
4 rounds.
You can see here that they're desperate to buy now. They're buying Vandals and Phantoms and so on, everything they can. But ETS is still with a Sheriff, even though it is match point. There's not much that they can funnel through economy-wise. And you can see here that Sakura is creeping up to that B site, uncontested. London Legion Juno have definitely cracked down on that A site a lot more now. They're very conscious of the Froglodytes favouring that A site quite heavily. Obviously with Killjoy as well, having a lockdown really helps because that means this could push London Legion Juno off the site or catch them. So now they are detained, prior detained as well. You can see that 2 of the London Legion Juno members are detained and cannot do a single thing to help Elkoid. who's trying to desperately fight
Spike
off the
planted.
whole of the Froglodytes team. Ether here in a 2v1 situation with
Once
basically no
again.
health.
Once again with the Sheriff.
Once again, of course, with the Sheriff. And obviously you see the Sova drone coming in. This can't be good for Ether. They know where she is.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm
All of the Killjoy util coming through.
out.
Killjoy, again, a very defensive character as a Sentinel, of course. Ether here in a very peculiar situation. It's very, very quiet.
It's
Taking out the turrets because they have no health left to whittle away.
a tough
Dire.
2v1.
But with
Attackers
Amaz
win.
and their Sova, they just collapse
would all work
on
out.
to Ether, securing them.
always does.
Map number 1. Cool. That was very interesting to
That
see.
was interesting.
Do we have a little cheeky replay here? No.
No,
Oh,
just
fair
us.
enough. But with that, again, we could see the confidence and the finesse that the Froglodytes had. They had their defense strategies on lock, and they clearly read London Legion Juno like a book. They were pushing up aggressively and making reckless plays, but it all paid off and was unpunished. Rain, what do you think? Because I know you said that you're betting on the Froglodytes winning. How do you feel about this
I
match?
feel pretty confident now. I mean, I love their name, I love their logo, and I love how they're playing.
That is quite a strong argument. But with London Legion Juno, we've seen them pull out clutches like this before and come.
We have.
And yeah, again, we did see that there were some strong players like Owls. And with that, Owls was securing a lot of kills as a Reina player. Of course, as a duelist, they are perfectly suited to winning those kind of gunfights and those 1v1s. Definitely securing a lot of space for their team.
Yeah.
And you could definitely see that. With London Legion Juno, it wasn't that necessarily any of the players played badly, but they were constantly outnumbered with the fact that there was a lot of picks from the Froglodytes because of their good positioning.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that people need to be more conscious of, is positioning. We even have one of the replays from some of the earlier rounds where this was, I think, the pistol round for the very, very start of the game. You can see that London Legion Juno pushing onto the A site. They did get a few cheeky picks,
That was a good one.
right?
Yeah.
But only to get traded out. I'll say again, to then trade the trade, but then
Trading.
getting traded out by Sakura. So there you go. It's that war of attrition right there.
One enemy
And
remaining.
numbers. And Sakura
30
here,
seconds
very
left.
confident with their aim and their Sheriff,
It
getting
was.
a 4K.
And we did see a lot of trades during these rounds.
Yeah, and we did see Sakura play very confidently, and they did have the stats to back it up as well. Chips here with the bait, of course, with Omen.
Placing
Killjoy
swarm
here,
grenade.
setting up in garage, leaving some nice traps for them. You can see here Nuts and Amaz working together perfectly. You can see good teamwork right here where we had Nuts on the defuse, basically
Last player
baiting
standing.
Cryo to peek them. But Amaz and Nut worked together perfectly to shut Cryo down, which left them which left London Legion Juno in a sticky situation, of course.
Did.
With no health and a 1v2 situation.
Obviously, you mentioned that you really like the map of Haven, and you
course.
have some really good spots on it. Did you see any of those used during this match?
Unfortunately, I did not. I did see 2 Sova players, and that got me quite excited because as someone who plays Fade and Sova, I did kind of see... I didn't really see many like recon dart lineups or anything like that. I didn't see much reveals. I did see a lot of shock darts coming through. Whether they hit or not, that's a different question. But you did kind of see a lack of util usage for the initiators there, other than Breach. Nut was very, again, judicious with Breach.
Yeah,
Cutting and
using it in the right situations and at the right times.
Yeah, disrupting London Legion Juno, stopping pushes and so on. But yeah. With that, we're going to go to a break. And we'll catch you shortly
Momentarily.
in a moment.
Hi, my name's Riley. I'm a researcher in health and performance of female esports athletes. To me, International Women's Day is this day where we've got a platform to really celebrate the women that have been trailblazing efforts in gender equity, gender representation in gaming and esports. But even with that progress, we need to remind ourselves that there's still work to be done. We need supporters for that work. And International Women's Day is to really reinforce the fact that, when women are involved in leadership, in decision making, in professional competition, the diversity and the performance that we bring to these things only ever serves to enhance outcomes. It ignites excitement, and we always get brilliant success when we bring that diversity in, and that's across all fields in gaming and esports.
International Women's Day has allowed me the opportunity to highlight my skills and perseverance through an industry that is predominantly male orientated. I'm so proud to work around women from different cultures and backgrounds.
International Women's Day for me is about getting the chance to recognise the really wonderful women in our industry that often get overlooked. It's about being able to uplift each other, and every year we can use it as a chance to just look back and see how much inclusion has developed since the last. There's so much more to be done by just respecting and valuing the lovely ladies that are around us and recognising all of the hard work that they've put in this year.
Happy International Women's Day. To me, International Women's Day is a really important day to remember what all the women in my life have done for me and for other people, and really take time to respect their abilities and their extreme talents. From my mum all the way to my best friends, all of them have had a massive impact on my life. And it's a really good time to just sit back and think about not just, the powerful, inspirational women that you see in the media, but the ones in your own lives too.
International Women's Day means a lot more to me than just celebrating a day, celebrating a month, or celebrating a specific group of people. It's really about being able to provide opportunities for people to be showcased and spotlighted in ways that they would never have been before, and aim to ensure that we can get this from just one day to even further and even wider than that. Esports is for all. Esports is for everyone, regardless of your background or your identity. And everyone should be given the same amazing opportunities. And this International Women's Day is another celebration of all these incredible people here at the College of Esports and beyond.
Welcome back, guys, and we're coming on to our second game now. I'm hearing rumours of them picking Sunset, actually, for the next map, and that is Legion Juno's choice because they lost the first map, so they get the privilege of choosing the second map. But of course, again, we've seen that the Froglodytes are quite strong at picking sides, and they know exactly what they're doing, so they've picked the attacking side first, which is quite interesting to see. In my opinion, though, Sunset is a very controversial choice because it's a new map, and it's a map I don't particularly like.
How new?
How new?
How new?
Like, it came out, last season, I think? Something along those lines with the new weapon as well. And with that, it's like... Actually, the new weapon came out after, but long story short, Sunset's a relatively newer map. And it's like the most recent map, rather. And the layout is quite unusual.
Is it just the layout you don't like?
Yeah, I would argue, yeah. Because you'll have a look-see when you see the little mini-map.
I'll see it, won't I?
And yeah, I've also got news that I've been mispronouncing names, so just to all the players, if you do see this, I apologise for butchering names. But yeah, I'll try not to do that in the future, of course.
Yeah, we'll both try our hardest.
That's my bad. Yeah, but with that, again, Sunset is a very open map. It's weird to explain. You'll just see what I'm talking about.
How many sites does it have? Because obviously the last map had 3, but I know most have 2.
Small, actually,
is it only 2 sides?
It's only 2 sides. It's A and B. And the middle of the map's quite interesting because it links to both A and B. you'll see how it looks.
Yeah, that does sound weird.
It's quite open and unusual. It is a very aggressive map to play in, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see what team comps that both the teams go for.
Well, we did see the Froglodytes playing aggressively last match.
So we could potentially see Nut on Breach again. So that's an interesting to look forward to.
It'll be interesting to see if the comps do change at all, or if everybody just keeps playing what they've been playing.
Yeah, because I don't know if 2 controllers and Cypher as a Sentinel would be very handy on Sunset. Obviously, Cypher's quite strong in modern day Valorant, if you want to call it that, in contemporary Valorant.
Newer Valorant.
So Cypher's quite a strong choice, and Killjoy's quite a strong choice. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if they pair that with a bunch of other controllers. But anyway, in case any of you guys have just tuned in and haven't realized, this is the Inspire Inclusion Show match between our female and non-binary teams. Just to promote that esports isn't limited to just, obviously, this male-dominated industry, and that there's opportunities for both, well, for everyone, really. So yeah, it's interesting to see. So with this show match, obviously,
it's a nice show match.
It's a celebration of International Women's Day, of course. So yeah.
How many people watching do you think actually knew that was today?
That's a very good question. I would argue maybe half. Maybe half of the people watching this didn't even realise.
No,
you know? And I feel like that's a sad thing to think
I would
about,
hope
right?
they'd realise, but at the same time, not a lot of people do.
But it just goes to show that, like, you know...
That's why show matches are important, though. That's why things like this are important.
Yeah, and I'm proud to be here today to show this off.
Yeah.
But without further ado, we're going into game now, into Sunset. And let's have a look.
Every time you say that, it's so upsetting. You sound so unhappy about Sunset.
Yeah. You have a look-see at maybe why I don't like Sunset, but we see Elkoid picking Reyna, a switch up. They were playing Sober last game, from what I remember. It's interesting to see them switch up onto a duelist. And we have Owls playing a Skye, an initiator. Again, switching the roles here. They're definitely trying something new. And again, going for 2 controllers is a very interesting choice. And with the Froglodytes, we have the pick of ISO and Raze. They have 2 duelists this time. ISO, a newer agent as well, the most recent agent, whose abilities are quite crazy. And you'll have a bit of a look-see into that as well while we load into the game.
So, a newer map with a newer agent.
And a newer agent. It's going to be interesting to see how both teams fare against each other, especially with these new kind of spanners in the works, I would say. Because, yeah, it's a bit unusual to play against ISO. For those of you who don't know, one of his abilities makes you weaker, so you do double damage to any enemy hit by said ability. He has a shield that is bulletproof, and he also has something called double tap, where if he kills someone and shoots a little orb above their head, he can tank 1 instance of damage, which means that he could even be immune to a Raze ultimate. I know, it's quite crazy. And his ultimate itself is where he grabs someone and you go to an alternate dimension and 1v1, both on full health, which is quite crazy to see.
See, the only recollection I have of anything like that is from when I play League.
Yeah,
because
people were comparing him to a certain League character. I couldn't tell you who, as someone who doesn't really love League of Legends. So.
I only know him from his meme name, so I'm out as well.
Fair enough. But yeah, again, the last minute choice to like swap around like the comp choices here. We see Nut on a duelist instead of an initiator. I wonder how that will play out for them, because Breach is quite a strong character, especially for stopping aggressive plays, but I feel like on Sunset, only time will tell how this will go for both teams.
It's really interesting, because I wasn't sure that the comp would swap that much, but it's been quite a drastic change.
I wouldn't really think so, but it seems that both Legion Juno and the Froglodytes are matching characters here, with Cypher and Omen being a common pick for both teams. But yeah, we'll see how they play out. Again, Froglodytes here on the attack first. Let's see if Elixir has any crazy lineups.
It's interesting. I was almost sure they'd pick defense again, given how strongly it went for them last time.
You'd argue that, I mean, to be fair, you'd assume that they would be like on defense again, but obviously maps, definitely influence that that decision.
Yeah, it might be that when they've practiced, they're much better at pushing harsh.
Judging by the chat here, it seems like they're organizing a knife fight in the middle of the map. And you can see on both teams that they're kind of huddled towards the middle of the map.
Okay,
this is going to be interesting to see.
This is going to be fun and interesting.
This is quite a quirky way to kick off a pistol round.
I mean, it's fun to watch on a day like this, all about inclusion. It's
very,
nice to see them do
interesting.
1v1 knife matches.
Here losing the majority of their health and getting taken out by Nut. Leaving Athena here versus Nut, getting a cheeky knife in. Nut on low health here, getting a trade back. Both of them on low health, but Nut's getting taken out. There's the trade, I suppose.
Yeah, winning one round is putting you at a disadvantage here because you have to go against the next opponent at lower health.
But yeah, Athena here coming in.
I mean, some very pretty knives as well.
Strong, of course, but getting knifed and taken out. Again, a lot of knife skins we see coming through. And that seems to be the pride of a lot of... wait, you got shield, so you see in the chat. Quite a curious betrayal. Cryo getting taken out as well. Who's next from the Legion Juno side? Up to the chopping block.
30 seconds left.
Oh my god. We have no time left, but Amas here going crazy. Almost getting 3, but Elkoid to shut down their streak. Chips here versus Elkoid getting taken out. Leaving the Froglodytes with the first round. A very quirky and interesting way to do the first round. I feel like
it was fun to watch, though. That was
well.
really good sportsmanship between the two teams.
Oh, because it takes a lot of discipline to not shoot there.
I would have.
I would have.
I would have just mowed the enemy team down. I have no morals in that situation.
But there you go. That's incredible sportsmanship right there.
But it has once again given the Froglodytes the weapon advantage.
Of course. Now they have more money. They can afford better weapons. We even see Sakura here with a Guardian, one of the most accurate guns in the game. Funnily enough. And they have double tap active. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, where if they kill someone, an orb will appear above their head and they can shoot it and tank damage, which is going to be an expand the works for the Legion Juno.
It will be interesting to see that in practice.
A lot of the Legion Juno falling to the Froglodytes with their space take on the site. Sakura here missing a few shots, but Amaz just to help them out a bit. Yeah, very well done by the Froglodytes. Incredible space-taking, securing plant there.
Yeah, they did that quick.
They left... they got some cheeky picks, leaving them in a 4v2 situation, which obviously fares quite well in their favor. So that's very interesting to see. You can see the leaderboard comparison here with the Froglodytes not necessarily buying incredible weaponry, having a Bulldog, a Guardian, and a Judge. This is their bonus round, so they don't need to cash out and spend a bunch of money.
No, they're probably saving in case they lose this round so that they still have something for next round.
Yeah. And we can see here Elkoid bonding with their teammate, looking at sprays, drawing up plans. And yeah, very spread defense from London Legion Juno. We hear the door closing for B. And look at all of the space the Froglodytes have taken. It's a 3v5 situation. The Guardian coming through with a one-tap, a very crispy one. Again, the Guardian, one of the most accurate guns in the game. Sakura here potentially getting 3 kills to secure the round for their team. Very well played, incredible use of the wall, and you can see here that little orb that they just knifed, rather, giving them some shields. Coming into the replay, let's have a closer look at those few kills right there. Again, Sakura, we know that they are a very confident player. Getting a one-tap through a blind to get the next kill, and then to secure, again, the 3rd kill of the round for their team. Very, very well played by Sakura.
Those orbs do seem very powerful.
This goes here.
Okay, you can see here that we're getting some good information. And also, we can see that London Legion Juno, again, very spread out, but more so to the B side. They're learning from their mistakes. The Froglodytes pushing up mainly through the middle of the map. And you can see why I typically don't like this map.
I can see.
The middle of the map is very open and interesting to push through. Not getting caught on the lack by Owls. Owls with the blind coming through for info. Seems like they know Chip is there, and they have the Sheriff ready and waiting to take him out. Athena rather taken out.
remaining.
Elixir with 2 kills, ready to, pull the tide back in their favor.
It's still a 2v1, but it's a manageable 2v1.
It seems that Amaz here
Last player
is
standing.
wanted to get taken out. Will Elixir get the trade, do we reckon? It's a very interesting situation. They're both kind of hurt in different ways. They're getting shots through the wall. Elkoid here with the wall bangs. As the thing came through, you see the recon dart, just to try and confirm Elkoid's location.
Yeah. It's interesting to see. This is a... Oh, that was a good tap.
A last tap just to secure the round for them. Again, those few shots through the wall were quite...
They were. It's interesting to see that happen.
They demonstrate Elkoid's skill there and their game knowledge, because I personally wouldn't have shot through that wall.
No, I don't think I would have. I would have seen the drone and probably shot the drone instead. I won't lie.
To be fair, I would probably...
It probably would have worked as a good distraction for me.
And we have a bit of team bonding here in Spawn. And again, this is... one of the knives from the newer bundles, the Kuronami.
I do see what you mean about the middle. I don't really like it either, because it feels like there should almost be a third point there.
Yeah, or at least more to play around, because if you...
That's just an open space.
It's just open. It's just a courtyard. You can play basketball in there. But yeah, we see the Froglodytes creeping up towards B, with Chips here lurking down the middle of the map, trying to get... or trying to watch the cross.
Maybe get some flanking picks.
And maybe just give some info to their team. You see the Sovadrone come in for the info. Purple Muffin, perhaps spotted, and their location could have been broadcasted to the enemy team with some good communication. The Raise Nader trapped him in a corner. Chips versus Athena here.
Yeah.
And Purple Muffin taking out Sakura. Oh, rather. We see the ISO ult here. You can see more of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the full health one-on-one. That's an interesting ult, just separating people.
But when you return from the ult, you go back to your original health. When you go into the ult itself, both players are on full health.
Which, I suppose that's a good part of it, because if you didn't...
It makes it more balanced.
Yeah, because you could just trap someone that was low health and basically guarantee the kill.
Especially because it works through walls. I didn't know if you knew that, but ISO's ult could go through a wall also, from what I know, from my experience, and can actually get you through a wall. So
but that's another round win for the Froglodytes as well.
Of course, securing the round for the Froglodytes. With a pick with ISO's ult, it is very hard to kind of come back from that and trade out, because you don't really know where ISO is going to spawn in after they return from. See that?
See, this is it. It did go through the wall, and we get to watch it again because
the shields come down and the kill there. Snatched.
It's a very interesting ult, because you really can't get a trade back on that.
Exactly. They just teleport back into the map, and your team probably won't know where they are. Anyway, we can see here that the Froglodytes have switched up the strategy and are heading more towards the A site than Legion Juno. They have their defense quite spread out, waiting for info.
Sitting around the middle, really.
But the Froglodytes seem to have a quite spread attack as well, from what it seems. With a pick on Owls, and also a pick on Froglodytes ISO Sakura.
It might be both teams trying to get information right now.
Yeah, they're both playing for picks, and as you can see, it's a 4v4 situation, so it's a very peculiar choice to have a split push onto A.
There's smoke going up there to kind of block that entranceway.
You can see Nuts and Chips working their way towards B, and the Omen ult to get them close to that site right there.
Yeah.
They're rotating to B. The Purple Muffin catching on, shouting to their team, and we need to go. We need to rotate. Getting locked off by a raised grenade. Nuts making it seems to be a judicious choice to switch to raise, just to push Legion Juno away from sites, and again prevent pushes. Perhaps they've practiced this before.
It might be that their strategy for this map is to get on the site and then just keep London Legion from being able to get back on the site.
Yeah, retake is a hard game to play. Nut here, ready and waiting for Athena, who gets traded out, but not by Nut. Chips here, catching Cryologic. Oh my goodness, Purple Muffin with 2 kills, 1 through a wall, 1 headshot as well. That's crazy to see. Do you reckon they can clutch this 1v2? It'd be incredible.
It'll be incredible, it'll be hard, but they do have a chance of doing it.
They're running out of time though.
the spike is about to go off.
And they've made the choice
Smart
to save,
choice.
and I can't say I blame them, to be honest. But a very nice 2 kills that they're leaving with. Unfortunately, not securing the round for Legion Juno.
They will die.
However, well played, of course.
Yeah,
A headshot and a wallbang is not the most average thing to see. You can see this in the replay.
Last player standing.
Oh, there you go. It's collateral.
it is. Straight through one and into the other.
Almost got 3 there. If they gave it a bit of patience and precisely waited for their moment to shoot their first bullet. Obviously, in that situation, because you're heavily outnumbered, it's hard to be patient. And I think there's achievement in itself to even like get kills like that in matches like these. Not here, caught off guard rather with their boombot about to roll out the purple muffin just to get them into the ground. Legion Juno also getting traded out and leaving them in a 3v4 situation here. Ilkoid lurking in the smoke, potentially now rotating to B as they hear the door close. Sakura here with their armor up. And their weakness coming through. You can see that the Froglodytes taking a huge space here on the B site. Legion Juno in a 2v4 situation. Amaz here with the Odin.
One enemy remaining.
Here.
You can see it's a 3v1 situation. Very, very tense and very quiet.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been a lot more lurking now we've swapped to this map as well.
Yeah, you can't really play this map in like a reckless way, I suppose, because there's nowhere to really hide.
Yeah, there's been a lot more people flanking, a lot more split up on both the attack
you
and
can see that everyone's playing a bit more passively. There's not much recklessness going on here. Sakura here, waiting around, lurking, just to get the pick inside of market. There you go, a cheeky headshot, and the orb as well. Quite nicely played by Sakura. Obviously, again, very confident players that you can see here. And if you look at the scoreline, of course, economy-wise, Legion Juno can't be doing the best. They can't have major bag, so to speak, because of the consecutive losses. And you see Sakura here in their ult once more. Very aggressive off the rip by the purple muffin to dodge the shields and get a kill like, or to get killed like that rather. Very rushed over there, very panicky.
I feel like if you get pulled into that ult though, you're going to be rushed, you're going to be panicky, and probably forces you to be quite aggressive.
It's quite hard to play around. Now we have Cryo versus the world, it seems, in a 1v5 situation. Caught in their spawn, unfortunately for them, with only a Spectre left to try and fight their hardest against a Vandal. Of course, leaving the round to go to the Froglodytes. We even saw an Odin on their side, which is 3,200, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Credits, which is quite a lot of money in this Valorant economy.
It is a testament to how many rounds they've won in a row.
Yeah, it does, like, it's definitely deserving for them to have such powerful weapons because of how they're playing. And you can see the Cypher set up now from Cryo to lock off B market and B main. But the Froglodytes here, they seem to be dead set on pushing B. Sakura, caught by Owls, is blind, but ready for the kill. Double tap coming through as well. Do they know that? Oh no.
Ooh.
The blind coming through the wall, accidentally blinding Ilkoid, I think it was there.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for them. Close the door. Oh my goodness, a bunch of taps. You saw the switch get pulled. We saw the wire get shot.
They did manage to get the Sakura out though.
Yeah, it's definitely a good trade, but they got Cryo eliminated as well.
True.
As you can see here, leading them into a 2v4 scenario, which we've seen plenty of times before, unfortunately, for Legion Juno.
But it's still winnable at the end of the day.
It is still winnable. Do you reckon they'll pull it out of the bag this time?
I'm not sure, because the Froglodytes,
Not with the incredible aim, getting 2 headshots right there to shut Legion Juno down and secure the round for the Froglodytes. Do we have a replay of that blind, that Omen blind coming through the wall there?
because it was incredible, really.
So with that, I wanted to see which Omen blinded there, because it could have been a bit of friendly fire, that blind coming through the wall. It was not.
No,
But
it wasn't.
if it was, that would have been a bit outrageous. We can see the taps that Sakura had to throw out there, Nuts here to secure the end of the round. Sakura tapping both the wall for the tripwire and Cryo right there. They're dead set on going B yet again with Nuts collecting the ult orb.
I mean, B has been working out well for them.
Of course it has. Of course, they seem to know what they're doing on Sunset. Again, picking that attacking side. The Froglodytes are nothing to scoff at. They definitely know exactly what they're doing. And on Legion Juno, their defense is very spread. They're playing for info, but it seems as though that's not faring very well for them.
And the Froglodytes have seen that they've got a hold on B and are rotating round to A almost immediately.
Again, very decisive and unanimous team plays right here, with their whole team basically taking all the space on A. If you look at that mini-map, the whole right side of it belongs to the Froglodytes until Elkoid, of course, gets a pick onto Sakura, changing the tide of this match. We'll perhaps see under Legion Juno take back a few rounds. We have Owls with her
Scout destroyed.
Prowling Dog. Unfortunately getting destroyed, but incredible info. We see the Purple Muffin reading that Cypher line, but
reading the trip line, wow. Or still unfortunately getting caught out, as he said.
Unfortunately, Nuts getting shot right in the head, leading London Legion Juno with 4 players still standing, securing the round for them. Very, very well played by them. It seems that B is the Froglodytes' stronger site to push. And London Legion Juno here, they can see that if they don't retake the site, but rather if they defend it more strongly, then it's better. It's a better game strat for them. It's easy to shut them down and push the Froglodytes off the site. Of course, with Elkoid and that cheeky pick onto the A site, it left the Froglodytes in a 4v5 situation. And again, numbers are very, very important in this game because with precise gunplay, even if there is another person, and let's say they are useless, you still have to aim at another person.
Yeah. So numbers and util are the most important things here.
Of course. And positioning, of course, as well.
Oh. So if we go
Sakura
just
here, they constantly have their ult. Panicking a bit, but finally getting the kill. They took a deep breath, controlled their recoil, not taking out Elkoid as well, leaving London Legion Juno in a 3v5 situation, almost being revealed by that Sova dart right there.
Yeah.
That recon dart.
See, the reason
getting taken out for the trade as well.
See, it's about the aim. That's why I can't play Valorant. It's because you have to stand still when you shoot, and almost every other game has conditioned me to move.
Alice here with the blind and giving London Legion Juno some good info that there is someone on the site. Does she know where, though, is the question. And also, I know what you mean about having to stand still and aim properly. As someone who comes from a Call of Duty background, usually flying around the map,
yeah, you move quick, you shoot.
But you can see these trades upon trades coming through, leaving Froglodytes still standing right there. Very well played by the Froglodytes. Last round before the swap. Spend everything, as Omen just said. There we go, there's the strat.
Yeah, and we'll get to see, obviously, another pistol round after this. I wonder if they will play it, or if they will once again do a knife fight.
That would be interesting to see. Again, it was quite humorous to see that they both agreed.
This is it. 2 knife fights in one match would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Bonding with the sprays once again.
That is very, very sweet to see.
It's very cute. Do you prefer the pink one or the green one?
I actually prefer the pink one.
I like the green one. I think it's really cute.
The smoke's coming out late, though, with London Legion Juno already losing a member, leaving them in a 4v5 situation. And you can see that Froglodytes are wasting no time to make their way over to the B site. Maybe losing a member or two on the way. Sakura getting taken out as well. That's a strong duelist taken out.
Putting it down to a 3v3 now. Oh. No.
Well, actually,
2v3.
It's a 2v3. I didn't even realize that myself.
No, I was like, that's 3 people, right? Oh, no, it's not. Someone's dead.
The Froglodytes taking up all the space on the site, but the Purple Muffin getting caught by the Omen blind right there, and the smoke's coming through just to prevent any cheeky picks from London Legion Juno. But we have Owls getting a kill here.
Putting it down to a 1v2 now.
Exactly
the Cypher ult coming through to reveal where everyone is. Perhaps shooting through the smoke, but he gets caught.
Chips got caught out.
Throwing out the cage, securing the last and final round of this half for London Legion Juno.
With a dancing cat.
For them.
Switching sides.
Now it's time to have a close look on the bottom left of the screen to
see if they actually try and coordinate a knife fight again.
Yeah. Doesn't seem likely this time, of course. And again, we see team bonding and that. Fun fact for anyone in the chat, the knife that Athena here has. I actually also have, and that's my main knife. And you can see the heart there for International Women's Day. Everyone, for all women you know, tell them you love and appreciate them. But yeah, that is beautiful to see.
It is. And obviously, no matter who wins this, it was just nice that we could all come together and support today.
It's quite a friendly match as well. You can see there's no toxicity,
No.
there's no like body shooting or anything like that. Everyone's dancing, vibing. There's knife fights. Everyone's having fun. And I love to see that.
It's a very chill match between two very chill teams.
Yeah. You can see the Froglodytes. Look at their defense. They're pushing up and scattering across the map, getting an early pick on Cryo. Legion Juno here, pushing up to the B side. They're in B main.
They are flanking from behind.
Do they know that?
It looks like they might. Oh, they did. Managing to get a pick.
Sakura here on low health. 1 or 2 bullets need to land and they're dead. But you saw they just tanked the bullet right there.
They did, using
that could have been the make or break of that gunfight. But very well played by Elkoid and company.
To get into
take
an
out the
actual
flank.
3v3 this time.
Yeah. The smoke's coming through yet again. You can see, obviously, again, the use of controllers is very, very important. The Omen Blight coming through, but being revealed by the Cypher tripmine. This is why Cypher is a very good pick. You saw that right there.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier at the start.
Caught in that tripmine, there's nothing you can do. You're blind, you're revealed, and you can't run or move away. So even in smokes, and even if you are blinded, you will be revealed to the entire enemy team, which is absolutely detrimental to another Legion Juno right there, leaving them in a 2v3 situation with the Purple Muffin on 20 HP. 1 bullet could take them out. With 15 seconds left, pressure is on for London Legion Juno. Where will they go? It seems like they're going to rotate to A. With the last few seconds they have left, do they get the spike down? I don't think they do, unless this is going to be very, very close. They get the spike down.
That was the latest they could have left that.
They're using all of the things that they're supposed to, all of the time they can. Now we have Elkoid in a 1v3 situation. I know they're a duelist, but can they duel 3 people?
Not
all
on
of
that low
these
health.
stray bullets coming through. Unfortunately, the stray bullets, one of them finding her and leaving the Froglodytes the spike with no pressure to defuse. That was very, very close for Legion Juno though, because having that very last second,
they had milliseconds left to get that down.
Milliseconds. I'm so.
Oh, I hope we get to see this again. It's gonna be a good replay.
I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, you see the trades coming through, and you see again Froglodytes lurking around the map. You see it. Look at that reveal from Cypher. Even if everyone's in smokes or in blinds, there you go. But yeah, that was very, very beautiful to see from both teams. I'm very, very proud. Coming into the 14th round, we can see that the Froglodytes, again, very spread out. London Legion Juno here, heavily pushing that A site.
It seems to be that the Froglodytes prefer flanking around on this map when they're on defense.
Yeah, they cover a lot of ground and they have a lot of vantage points and angles. You can see Nut here lurking on the flank, getting taken out by London Legion Juno. They waited for it, they've expected it. Now they're reading the Froglodytes.
They have learned.
Or they potentially make a comeback.
It'd be nice to see. It'd be interesting to see as well.
The blind coming out for info, but getting no one out here, definitely knowing what they're doing, playing for info. In close proximity to one of the Froglodytes, you see the, oh my goodness, the trigger discipline right there, but getting caught on the lack by accident by Owls. That was a very, very awkward scenario there, the dramatic irony of us knowing that Owls was there waiting to see what was going on. We had Amaz there with the trigger discipline, trying to find out if any more people would come by, so they can maximize their kill profits, so to speak. Okay, now we had the Giga rotate onto B from a
plan.
And again, in 2v2 situation, both all players on full health.
The Froglodytes took a moment to move there as well.
Now we knew the Froglodytes were very strong having the B site, and we knew that it's hard to retake for Legion Juno, but let's see how they fare against actually retaking the site. It's a 1v1 situation. Picks and trades coming out. Elkoid here with the Bucky, an interesting choice of weapon, and with that lucky bullet with Elixir's name on it, they secure that round. And they are starting to make what seems to be a bit of a comeback.
A slow but sure comeback, yeah. It's looking good for them.
In Yeah, that was a very interesting round. It seems that it's not necessarily London Legion Juno's weakness to retake the B site. It just seems to be a very tricky thing to do. Not just for, obviously, one team, but both.
Yeah, thinking back on why Froglodytes might have chosen this map, it could be because they know they've had practice time on it and were betting on London Legion not having had that practice time since it's a newer map.
Yeah, look at that dart coming through. Revealing everyone there, or 3 players rather. But you can see the importance of a good lineup, of a good dart. It reveals how many people are coming to the A site. They know that the majority of the Froglodytes are kind of pushing up to that A site. But they know that there's 2 players they haven't accounted for. So they're potentially looking around on flanks and so on. We see the trade coming through. This is meeting waiting to happen in the middle of the map between Nut and Cryologic, but Cryo gets it. Lurking around the middle of the map now.
This could be, if they play it smart, a flawless round for London Legion.
London Legion Juno, what a push, by the way.
It's a beautiful
holding
push.
onto that A site very securely. Cryo coming down the middle of the map. Unfortunately not killing Chips there. He's left on 5 health. Amaz left looking around, trying to find one. Blind coming through, but missing. Oh no, barely getting Elkoid.
Last player standing.
But getting caught in the lack by a bunch of
Chips
other players.
with
Chips
5
here.
health.
The Phantom and the Dream. Oh my goodness, getting a 4-man. One more and it's the ace for them. But they have no time to defuse, unfortunately. And the 5 health and the Dream. That would have been one of the greatest clutches I think we might have ever seen on London Legion TV.
That was really impressive.
Very, very well
I sat
played
up
by
from
Chips.
that. That was...
Let's have a look at that again.
Ooh.
I feel like
Let's see this again. This was...
On 5 HP, that is no mean feat. 1, 2, 3. Obviously catching someone in the middle of the map as well. Again, no easy feat by any means. Again, if they had enough time, that could have potentially been an ace and a defuse, a clutch for the Froglodytes, I think it was. No, it was the London Legion Juno. Was it?
No, it was Froglodytes.
It was Froglodytes, pardon. My bad.
But yeah, it's nice. Juno managed to hold them off long enough where they would never have had time to defuse.
Yeah. You can see the dog coming through, being revealed, the jumping around, but that doesn't get rid of the tripwire. They still need to shoot it. Al's here, ready to shoot the thing. Unfortunately, getting caught by the trip mine and shot by Nut, who has the Judge, one of the most powerful shotguns in the game. A close quarters.
There's not many shotguns in the game either, is there?
No, there's only 3 if you count the shorty, which is technically one of the pistols in the game. I would say it's more of a sidearm.
Yeah, meaning there's only 2 really.
Blind playing against Sakura. Sakura leaving the vulnerable. Double damage right there on Elkoid. Nothing they can really do there. We have Athena here. 1v4 situation with the tripwires still on the site. It's a very, very sticky situation. We can see that through the wall. There's about 2 or 3 people creeping up behind them. Are they ready for the flank? No. They get caught by the tripwire, revealed, and completely just destroyed by Chips. Very, very strong player here, Chips. I'm really liking the way they're playing in this match.
It's interesting to watch
because even though they're not a duelist, they've been getting a lot of kills. They're a very they're a pillar of strength, I think, for the Froglodytes. You see Sakura here with that util, making Elkoid weak, so they take double damage. Really helping in that gunfight right there. And then Chips with the tripwires. The tripwires have been crazy this game, revealing a bunch of London Legion Juno to the Froglodytes.
It's also really interesting to see people playing the same characters but with such different playstyles.
Yeah, you see like different uses for each util. You see London Legion Juno here now, creeping up towards the A site. You can see they blind for info. Sakura here with 2 cheeky picks, 2 cheeky headshots. Locking down London Legion Juno, preventing
Sakura is really good at hitting their headshots.
Sakura it's fitting that they're playing a duelist, to be honest. Weakening on almost getting that 3rd kill. If they did, I might have raised my voice a bit, but there we go.
I mean, it's exciting, nonetheless.
Athena on 1 HP with an Ares and a Dream, spraying through the box, trying to get a wall bang, but unfortunately not getting the kill secured. And very, very low health as well, but no teammates to heal them either. Chips here, lurking and waiting in the corner, using their ult to reveal London Legion Juno to the whole Froglodytes team right there. They can see that they're quite spread around the map. Look at that. revealed through the entire map to the whole team. You have Nut here, ready and lurking, ready and waiting. About to come into close contact with Cryo, but shutting them down with a better close quarters gun. Athena there on 1 HP, not much they could do with the spike down on B. A very sticky situation for Elkoid, and it seems that they're going to start collapsing onto Elkoid. There's not much they can do. Unfortunately, getting shut down
surrounded
right there.
As well.
Absolutely surrounded. There's not really much they could do there. And even if they could get 4 kills, time was ticking away because the spike was down on B. Very well played by the Froglodytes. Very nice ult. Again, by Chips here. Very, very strong player, as we were just mentioning.
Yeah,
you
Chips
can see that
is
they're,
really strong with this.
Chips and Sakura, I feel like, are the pillars of strength for the Froglodytes. You can definitely see where they're going with their util and the way they play their characters so well. ISO, I couldn't think of a better character pick for Sakura. Because you can see the ingenuity of the way they're using their util.
It is.
Oh my goodness! Not flying down the middle of the map to shotgun Owls there. Again, despite precise gunplay,
not being taken out almost immediately after, though.
Getting traded, of course. It's a very reckless play to just fly down the middle of the map into enemy territory. But shotguns in this game, despite being precise gunplay, shotguns don't really have much recoil deviation, so they're quite nice to run and gun with, which you might assume. Sakura here in their ultimate, already getting the kill. I just blinked and I missed that.
Yeah, that was immediate.
That was crazy to see. Instantaneous. Legion Juno kind of condensed into the middle side of the map, not really having a site they can commit to. Legion, Froglodytes rather, favouring the B side more.
London Legion are doing well. They're rotating around to A,
and they also now know, because of Cryo's ult, they now know where all of the Froglodytes are.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see, and this does look like a good rotate on behalf of Juno.
With Athena and the Pebble Muffin leading the attack onto the A site. Sakura here, creeping through the smoke, ready and waiting. He sees, they see the gun rather. Okay. Well, they closed that match out before I could even finish my sentence.
Yeah, couldn't finish our thoughts.
Very, very well played. But Aima's there, ready to shut them down as well.
That
was quite incredible to see. Again, Chips really blew me away for that match, I must say.
Chips has been playing really well all day,
played
though.
Incredibly, that match in particular. I couldn't gas them up more.
No.
But of course, Sakura as well. Even on Jet, we did see some crazy plays as well with their ult, and I think that duelist, that kind of fast-paced kind of gameplay really suits them. And yeah, it's again interesting to see team comps, because we saw Legion Juno with a bunch of controllers, but not much smokes coming through.
No, I think there's definitely been a Ute advantage coming from Froglodytes.
It is again very interesting to see, and I think we have some replays as well. If we want to take another look.
Yeah, of course. It'd be nice to see some of the plays again.
Just saw, of course. You can see here, not coming through the smoke. Sakura here, getting a headshot through a blind. This is when they got the 3 kills to secure the Froglodytes around. Okay.
It's also interesting to see that they are managing to get...
Look at that wall use. It's bulletproof, but they still use it to get a cheeky headshot. The Pebble Muffin here, getting a collateral.
It's you and me.
It's you and me. Sakura, I think it's the first instance of their ult, getting that kill. Definitely securing the Froglodytes round.
It is.
Very, very unpredictable ult.
Such a quick kill when in the ult as well.
And Nut here to secure.
And another ult.
And you can see them using their ult again. Cheeky headshots always with Sakura. The confidence there to never lose those 1v1s. Chips here, again, with the incredible Cypher setups with the tripwires, taking advantage of a buff character. Look at this.
And then once again,
cheeky 4K, of course. Beautiful stuff. If they had a bit more time, I'm sure they would have pulled it out of the bag with an ace. And yeah, I think... Who would you have to say is your MVP of the whole 2 matches that we saw? Personally.
I think it's Chips.
Because
Chips played well in the first match and the second match.
Yeah.
They've played really well all day.
We've definitely seen Sakura play quite aggressively and have a lot of great plays, as we've seen.
But we saw that more in the second match than the first.
Yeah. To be fair, in the first match, they did whiff their ultimate a lot here and there. And I'm not going to say anything, because if I were to play Jet, I'd whiff a lot more. But with that, Sakura did get a lot of crucial kills as a duelist as part of the team.
Yeah, especially.
Chips had a lot of clutch
I think Chips played better through both matches. That's why I'd say my MVP for now.
Let's not forget about Nut, though.
Nut's played well.
With Breach on Haven, they did shut down a lot of pushes, and they did... they used their util quite well. You can always see that when they're playing. And the choice to switch to a duelist instead of an initiator and play Breach again was a very last-minute decision, and it paid off.
It was. We've also seen some amazing plays from London Legion.
Yeah, definitely so. Especially with Owls, always blinding for info, always trying to get as much info for the team as they can. Owls and Elkoy definitely getting a lot of kills and being the kind of driving force for the team as well. And yeah, we definitely saw quite strong players on both teams, in my opinion. And for now, we're going to throw to a 10-minute break just to let those matches marinate. And we'll catch you in a moment.
Be right back.
Hi, my name's Riley. I'm a researcher in health and performance of female esports athletes. To me, International Women's Day is this day where we've got a platform to really celebrate the women that have been trailblazing efforts in gender equity, gender representation in gaming and esports. But even with that progress, we need to remind ourselves that there's still work to be done. We need supporters for that work. And International Women's Day is to really reinforce the fact that, you know, when women are involved in leadership, in decision making, in professional competition, the diversity and the performance that we bring to these things only ever serves to enhance outcomes. It ignites excitement, and we always get brilliant success when we bring that diversity in, and that's across all fields in gaming and esports.
International Women's Day has allowed me the opportunity to highlight my skills and perseverance through an industry that is predominantly male orientated. I'm so proud to work around women from different cultures and backgrounds.
International Women's Day for me is about getting the chance to recognise the really wonderful women in our industry that often get overlooked. It's about being able to uplift each other, and every year we can use it as a chance to just look back and see how much inclusion has developed since the last. There's so much more to be done by just respecting and valuing the lovely ladies that are around us and recognising all of the hard work that they've put in this year.
Happy International Women's Day. To me, International Women's Day is a really important day to remember what all the women in my life have done for me and for other people, and really take time to respect their abilities and their extreme talents. From my mum all the way to my best friends, all of them have had a massive impact on my life. And it's a really good time to just sit back and think about not just, you know, the powerful, inspirational women that you see in the media, but the ones in your own lives too.
International Women's Day means a lot more to me than just celebrating a day, celebrating a month, or celebrating a specific group of people. It's really about being able to provide opportunities for people to be showcased and spotlighted in ways that they would never have been before, and aim to ensure that we can get this from just one day to even further and even wider than that. Esports is for all. Esports is for everyone, regardless of your background or your identity. Everyone should be given the same amazing opportunities, and this International Women's Day is another celebration of all these incredible people here at the College of Esports and beyond.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Inspire Inclusion Showmatch in celebration of International Women's Day. We're going to head on to our third match. And I know what you're thinking, Kev. Is there something wrong with you? Third match, Froglodytes won the best of 3, 2-0. Oh, yeah, they did. But during our break, both teams came forward and they asked if they could play Swift Play with mixed teams, which, in my opinion, is something incredible. Because
it's a good show of showmanship and
it's
inclusion.
very good sportsmanship. And again, it's like both these teams have played their hearts out. It's really nice to see, and they respect each other enough that they want to actually play with each other. And that just speaks volumes to me. From what I know, the map will be Fracture. Again, a map not in the competitive map pool. A map I actually haven't seen for a long time. But I don't really particularly like it, so I guess I'm celebrating that fact.
You don't like half the maps in this game, do you?
That's what I've said. I've said Ascent and Haven are two of the only good maps in this game. But with that, of course,
It'll be interesting to see with the mixed teams what the comps are going to be like.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, surely, would they play like a balanced comp? Will they have 5 duelists on one team and like 7 controllers on another, even though I know it's a 5v5 format? But I mean,
no, they'll find 2 more, it's fine.
Yeah, my point still stands. I'll jump on if I want. But yeah, heading into the match, of course, again, Fracture. We have the... well, actually, I was going to say we have a team on one side and a team on the other side, and I completely forgot. Again, it's mixed teams.
Yeah, it's mixed teams. We have no
indicator.
We can refer to them as attackers and defenders is what we can do.
On the attacker side and defender side. Well. But then if when they swap halfway through the game, it's
oh god, don't. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Oh.
But no, look, we have Chips and Sakura still on the team together over there attacking, defending.
That is going to be crazy to see again. Chips and Sakura, two of our favorite players from today, on the same team. That they are a force.
But they're going against not.
They're going against their own. You know what? They're going against their own team. It'd be the realist one. You know what? I guess we'll call it Team Sakura versus Team Elkoid, because I feel like those two were the duelists leading the way for both the teams.
There are also names we can pronounce.
Something like that. Something like that. Maybe not me, but
no, you're doing your best.
Again, my apologies to everyone in the chat if I'm butchering the names. I'm good with faces, not names. My bad. But yeah, I guess Team Sakura
Team Sakura and Team Alkoid.
Sakura and Alkoid.
Sakura.
And yeah, again, if we have a look
Sakura.
on the attacking side, we can see 5 duelists, as I previously mentioned.
No.
It's very interesting to see the comp, right?
You called it as well. That's so insane.
I didn't even mean to. That's definitely going to be very interesting to see. And again, we've definitely seen a lot of sportsmanship from both teams with the knife fight in the middle of the sunset match.
Do you think we'll get to see that again?
I hope we do. But there's not really a middle or fracture.
No.
So that's going to be a bit weird. But yeah, we can see a lot more of a stronger, like a more coherent comp on Team Sakura over here. We've got Fade, my main, of course, the best character in the game in my opinion. The Initiator, we have 2 controllers yet again, a Sentinel and a Duelist. Again, a very mixed bag of roles.
But more of a standard comp than the 5 duelists on the right.
Comp than the 5 duelists, no smokes.
No, you don't need smokes if you kill them quick enough.
True. They say the best defense is an incredible offense, and yeah, we'll just see. We already know Nut and Elkoid are quite crazy on the attack, winning gunfights. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all duelist comp plays out. But yeah, oh my goodness, I can't believe I actually called that though.
I don't know how. Like, that's...
And obviously here we are in game. We can see that a lot of the players here have bought the pro skins for VCT, which is currently going on.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool to see. The skins are quite beautiful, if I don't say so myself. Do you support a team for any form of esports?
Any form of esports?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Me neither. So
I came to an esports college. Don't watch esports. It's fine. I'm dealing with it.
I support London Legion.
I support London Legion.
I suppose if I had to support a team, I suppose I support, ourselves.
Yeah, the teams we play on.
And yeah, look, there's the Shorty, the only Shorty. Again, one of the few shotguns that we previously mentioned in the game. And
it's more of a sidearm though. It fires like a shotgun.
Oh my goodness!
Down
cheeky
A.
pick. And Amaz here on stage with a pick with a
Last player standing
as well by Owls and Sakura again. Sakura and Owls here seem to be quite a strong duo. Here in a 1v5 Elkoid versus the world. The blinds coming through, but do they have much hope in beating it? They don't know that they're getting flanked.
No, this is...
Oh, actually.
They do keep checking behind
they are
though.
getting flanked like that until... Oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting. Chips here. They turn Elkoid turned around at just the wrong moment.
Oh.
The horn coming out to try and reveal what Elkoid is. They know she's still up there. You see them jumping around. Kind of baiting shots. Oh my goodness, the knife to close out that round.
I wasn't playing, but I could feel the panic there.
The jump scare of Chips behind. That was a very interesting round right there.
I really wanted to make a Chips Ahoy pun then, but I couldn't think of one.
Oh.
It was really upsetting for me.
Because that's the way the cookie crumbles. See what I did there?
Yeah, alright, you managed to get it. Well done. Stealing my thunder.
Goodness. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's what we're here for. But yeah, Team Elkoid completely shattered. They're gonna go behind B.
Time to jump.
I think they call that arcade. I'm not entirely sure why.
It doesn't look like an
It
arcade.
doesn't look like an arcade, nor does it have an arcade machine, but
Maybe that's what it is. Sometimes just one little thing on a map becomes a call out.
Spike down B.
coming through as well. Nut here in heaven. Not literal heaven yet. Purple muffin here. Can they send them? Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Nut here with the judge.
Putting it into a 2v2.
The neon movement coming through. Sakura with the snipers. Playing chamber again with snipers is very interesting. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. The cheeky little flick there, pulling out the headhunter. Elko here, alone on the site in a 1v2 situation. They see Sakura's util left on the side there. Oh my goodness, Sakura with the goat aim, killing Elkoid with the Outlaw. The Outlaw is crazy though. It does 140 damage for a body shot.
Ooh.
By the way, which will one-shot basically anyone if they don't have full armor.
Yeah, that's...
Otherwise, leaving them on 10 HP. Again, a headshot is a one-shot. And with 2 bullets that quickly follow up one after another, it is a difficult gun to go up against, to be honest.
It is.
Coming here with the replays.
Oh, this moment.
Holding Heaven alone, but not taking them out for the trade. Sakura here with the snipes and the headhunter. Look at the precision aim. Sakura again with the final kill. Look at that. Look at that.
Next?
Sakura does have amazing aim. Has done throughout every match.
And this time it's interesting to see people like Cryo play a duelist because they typically played roles that weren't duelists. Elkoid here getting caught on the back by Chips, who jumps down behind them. The molly in the smoke to prevent the push from Team Elkoid over here, leaving them in a 3v4 situation, 3v5 situation rather.
I do wonder if they all agreed to play duelist.
I feel like that would be quite funny if they did. I feel like that's why they did it.
They might have got into a group and been like, let's all play duelist. Won't that be
You can tell
funny?
that they're enjoying themselves.
They are.
Need to take out Cryo, and we have both of them found a main. Owls here taking out one, dismissing just to live to fight another day, just to die another day. Chips coming up on the flank. They see Elixir. They don't land many shots. Elixir coming back through to aiming the door opening, revealing that they walked through the door. Chips here ready to close out and kill Elixir. If they didn't, Sakura is close behind, ready for the pinch.
In the half.
Chips is still playing really well.
You can see, again, Team Sakura crazy right here. 3-0 at the moment. Let's see. Do you reckon they'll get a full sweep?
They might. It'd be interesting to see.
Again, to be fair, an all-duelist comp is not easy to pull off properly against good players. Ali goated. That was a compliment going to Owls. To be fair, she did land a bunch of kills, dismissing as well. And yeah, you can see the banter coming.
It's you and me.
It's you and me. Purple Muffin taken to the 1v1 realm. We've seen this happen time and time again. Cryo, the GOAT, destroying them in that 1v1. We were literally just mentioned how a 5 duelist comp might not end well, but here we are in a 5v2
Watching
situation.
it work, amazing.
Me eating my words. The tour de force coming out. Bang! Sakura here to close out that neon ult from not much to do. This is why I love Fade, that reveal coming through. ISO there to tank the tour de force shot. The Raze ult coming through. Oh my goodness.
It's so impressive.
You can see that these guys have a lot of fun right here.
Switching sides.
It's just been such a fun match to watch.
Yeah. These guys, it's great sportsmanship, but it's so light-hearted, and they're not like they're not grieving over the loss of those matches.
No, it's felt very relaxed all throughout.
Sakura said hello, chat. Oh, everyone say hello, Sakura back.
I have to say hi to everyone. Banned. Oh no.
Oh my goodness, these guys quite humorous. But yeah, coming into pistol round, will it be Elkoid versus the world yet again in a 1v5, or are we expecting a different?
I'm hoping for a different outcome.
They have a shorty as well. Oh, they keep swapping weapons. Very indecisive here. A meow coming into the chat. Oh my goodness.
Do you think they want us to meow, or do you think they're just saying meow to chat? I really hope they're just saying meow.
I think they're just throwing it out there.
Yeah, let's just hope they're doing that.
Yeah. Purple Muffin here with the Viper Wall. Again, we see a lot of controllers on one of these teams here. Owls here, ready to beef with the Sheriff, trying to shoot through the box, but Amos here killing Elixir with that cheeky headshot with the Ghost. Sakura taking out Elkoid with the Headhunter. Nuts for the trade with a Sheriff, the better revolver. And ooh, in chat, a 2v4 situation. Nuts with the movement, shooting stray bullets into the smoke, running straight into Chips. That is very unfortunate for them. Very unlucky timing. Cryologic here, taking out Chips. Not sure where the enemies are, but unfortunately there's too many angles to cover alone. Owls here to take out Cryo.
Match point.
The round off.
It is definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, it's like, it's so weird when you see someone in a 1v4 or 5 situation because there's so much pressure on them. There's so much to watch. There's so much to do, and it's like, it doesn't look quite right when you watch it. But what else could you do?
I wouldn't be able to do anything better.
I would crumble under pressure. I'd do worse.
Yeah. I'd probably kill myself accidentally. That would happen, I'm sure.
To be fair, you could die to full damage. That's happened to me a fair few times.
That's what I'd do. I would manage to fall off of something.
Nut here with the sniper, getting revenge on Sakura for that kill.
That was definite revenge.
Definitely a bit of a grudge there. But yeah. Leaving Team Elkoid in a 5v4 situation, favouring them. Nuts here with the Outlaw again. Very powerful sniper. We mentioned Chips here. Getting a headshot on Cryo.
The first plant we've seen as well.
Yeah. Also killing Elixir with a Spectre. And then again killing Athena with a Spectre as well with a headshot. Using underpowered weapons here, even though it's only swift play and it doesn't matter at all.
No, I think
Elkoid getting a headshot on Owls just to close her out, getting the trades for their teammates. You can see, again, the stray shots into the smoke. Could you imagine if they were a cheeky headshot? Oh my goodness, Purple Muffin withering Nut away with the Molly. Unfortunately, Elkoid gets the kill, but Purple Muffin gets the trade. Defeat for Team Elkoid. But very, very well played, again, by both
such
teams.
A good match to watch.
Again, I personally want to see a lot of the clips from that match again, because we get to see these players shine in their own unique way. You know, because we didn't really get to see, you know, all of these individuals shine in ways that they could, to be honest.
No,
Elkoid here in a 1v5, trying to make work of it. Purple Muffin here, protecting Heaven by themselves, but obviously getting traded out. Sakura here, the best aim I've seen so far.
Sakura has had the best game in the matches, I'd say.
Yeah, they're on fire today. Look at that shot right there. Crazy. Elixir is here by the door. Getting a nice GG, 2 kills, because Owls dismisses, but again, dies another day, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
Chips here. Cornering Elixir into, of course, Cryologic here, using the ISO ult to get revenge. Purple Muffin, it seems it's always them getting caught in that ISO ult.
It is. It's so unfortunate for them. They just keep getting grabbed.
Yeah. Again, ISO's ult is very tricky to deal with, but again, incredible matches from both teams.
Yeah.
I could not be more proud. And it just goes to show that, you know, it's not all just about winning, you know?
No, this was a nice friendly match between two teams.
It was really surprising to me to see that they want to just do like a random swift play with mixed teams. I mean, but it's like, it shows the respect.
It was surprising, but they clearly enjoyed playing against each other and wanted to play with each other.
I mean, we want to play each other again one day soon. And yeah, again, female and non-binary talent, as you saw, very talented, even better than me at Val. Not to say that I'm radiant or whatever, but
no, you're
again,
gold.
Esports is for everyone, and everyone can have fun in gaming in some way, shape, or form. But with that, I just want to say, Rain, thank you so much for casting with me.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And all of you guys in the chat, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, it was nice to have viewers, I hope.
Happy International Women's Day. So, you know.
And don't forget Mother's Day.
Of course, don't forget Mother's Day on March 10th. Another, technically, International Women's Day.
Yeah. Well, no, isn't it just national?
Is it national? Long story short,
thank you for watching.
guys so much for joining us. And we'll see you another time. Take care.